Welcome to episode 2 of the Process podcast with me, Ronan Flanagan. This week I am delighted to be joined by GAFF, a 21-year-old musician from the west of Ireland who has recently hit 100,000 listens on Spotify for his track All Day and looks well on his way to achieve more success. In this episode, we chat about what is GAFF's creative process, what motivates him to make music, and what fans can expect next. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and go follow my Instagram page at ProcessPodRF and my Twitter page at ProcessPod_RF for episode announcements. Without further ado, here's episode 2 with GAFF. Good afternoon, GAFF.
How are you?
Good now, yeah. How are you getting on in this pandemic at the moment?
Not too bad. Making lots of music and stuff.
Not so bad. So I suppose
Yeah.
we'll kind of start at the beginning, really. If you were to introduce yourself to someone that has never listened to you or doesn't know who you are, how would you introduce yourself?
I don't know. I guess I'm a producer first, and I just started like going over my own beats. I suppose I'm completely self-made. I suppose I do everything myself. So from the mixing to the making the beats to the guitar, everything is me. Like I touch everything. So even like the artwork. So it's I don't know. I suppose the music is me. Like if you get me. Yeah.
And like, were you always exposed to music from when you were younger, or like did you?
Oh, yeah. So like my house, like growing up in my house is just completely inescapable. Like my dad's like Irish tried guitar, and mum sang, and my sister played piano like the whole time, and my brother was a producer as well. So like those they like know, like I was born into it. Like pretty much, I got my first drum kit when I was like 5. So I've it's always just been like a hobby around the house. Like so like there's a lot of instruments around the house like growing up. So I don't know, anytime instead of doing something else like what other households do, we just be playing guitar or just like doing whatever. So it's always
And like, would this have had an influence on the success you've had so far, kind of being all the way up playing music?
Yeah, I suppose I didn't really expect, to be honest. I still don't like. I kind of just made it. I've always made like the music for myself. Like I have tons of songs like that no one's ever heard, and kind of just started like doing it for myself. And I suppose like people have started to like it or whatever. But that's like literally not why I do it. Like I just do it because it's always been there as a hobby, like for me. Yeah.
And like, would you have always played with your family, or like, would you have played with any other your friends or anything like that growing up?
Yeah, I suppose like I would have been playing with my friend James. He'd be playing guitar and I'd be playing drums and all that stuff. But yeah, definitely like with my sister during quarantine. Actually, like my sister's been home and she's very good at piano. Like I've been playing along with her and stuff. It's been cool to have her about actually, like because I've actually got to like be a proper producer in a way and like ask people who are more skilled at something to play something for me if I wanted it or whatever. So yeah, it's been great like that, I suppose.
And what instruments would you say you're best at, or well, first of all, what instruments can you play, and what instruments would you be best at?
I suppose like drums would be my strongest. Like since I've played, I wouldn't even say I'm like an amazing drummer. I just think I have like, because I translated it kind of over to like the production and making the beats like years and years ago now. But I just feel like that's like where I have the strongest like head for, if you get me, like rhythm in general. But like guitar as well, I'm getting a lot better at guitar like these days. I've been pretty like playing every day like for a good while now. I've been getting a lot better. And I've very basic piano skills, but I want to get better at that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've got a question here from one of the listeners. I put a thing on Instagram, and he asked, how long did it take you to kind of first posting music confidently online, kind of with confidence to publish online?
A long time, to be honest. Like I was like making beats for random people around, like trying to do that, just trying to be a producer or whatever. And it's so time consuming that way because you have to wait for someone to like buy the beat or like want to work with you or whatever. Whereas like when I was just at home, I just got on it myself and there was no waiting around like and stuff. But obviously I stuff with some of my friends, like shout out Younger Soda, but yeah, just yeah, that's yeah.
And like, is that a lot? How long is that process waiting for someone to buy it? Like, would you have a few more beats created by the time you sell it, or?
Yeah, like I used to see before, like I was kind of making stuff. Well, I was always making stuff for myself, but just like I would never show anyone. Like I just didn't find like what my like sound would have been or whatever, if you get me. Like I hadn't figured out like mixing like the influence from my like kind of more trappy beats with my guitar or whatever. Like I hadn't figured that out, so I was kind of just messing around, like it was just doing it for fun. But before I felt confident, like I don't really know. I suppose it's still only like a year ago when I put out pretty much my first song. Like so, yeah. I mean, it took a while. It really did take a while before I was happy enough. I'm still not happy. I still hate a lot of my earlier stuff, and even sometimes I'm very I'm a bit of a perfectionist when it comes to like songs and stuff, so I kind of get sick of them very quickly, and like that's always been a problem for me. But I think it's helped me a lot because I think I've got so much better at like producing and like just in general just making songs, like just because I keep on, like for example I had like a song ready to release recently and then I just kind of scrapped it because I didn't want to put that out next. I didn't think it was good enough. So yeah.
And like, what artists would have influenced? Actually, another question sent in: what artists influence you, like when it comes to making the beats or even making the songs?
Yeah, I suppose I don't know. I always found that hard to like answer that question, but I kind of like I don't like I don't really have one artist. It's more like I just listen to a stupid amount of music, like different type. Like I would have like when I was growing up, when I was playing drums, I would have been listening to like kind of like rock bands like Red Hot Chili Peppers and like The Strokes, and I used to love all that sort of stuff. But then I started to like find rap, and like there's just so many like people, like I don't know, like XX Tentacion, like Trippie Redd, all that stuff. And then like a big influence for me would be like King Crew as well, like people like that who are making kind of more jazzy guitar stuff. Like that's all my guitar like chords are kind of like jazz influenced pretty much. Yeah.
And like, actually, a question here from a fella you know, Michael Archer 11 asks, who would be your dream collab?
Who would be my dream collab? That's a good question. Probably like I'd like to work with Bakar. I really like Bakar. I mean, yeah, I'd say like him or someone. I think it would work probably better than other people.
And you were saying there, like, you had a song ready to release and you just scrapped at the end. How, like, what tells you that I'm going to release this song and I feel like it's going to be a hit? Like, what tells you kind of?
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I have to listen to that because I do everything like from the beat. I have to sit, like I sit with the songs for so long because I have to mix them as well. So it's like not even making like the mixing process alone, like just basically like just getting everything right. And it's just like it's a job in itself. Like everyone who makes their own music sends it off to like a mixing like professional, and it costs a shit ton of money. But I was just like do it myself, and I've learned a lot. But I just have to sit with it for so long that like I just get sick of it. But I guess if I don't get sick of it while I'm mixing it, then I suppose that's how I know it's the right one to put out. Yeah.
And then I suppose like your most recent hit has been All Day.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's got over 100,000 listens now on Spotify. Like,
Yeah, it's mad.
what's the background to that song? That was actually a question sent in. Like, is there a background to that song, or because this person just
Uh,
noticed a bit about the lyrics? They're kind of very meaningful.
yeah, yeah. I suppose like I kind of just made it in the moment. I was just like, I was kind of like frustrated about like just music in general. Like I just wanted to. I guess I wanted 100,000 plays. Like,
Mm.
but I was just working on music so much, like, and just like there wasn't much happening. Like I was just putting so many hours into it, like stupid hours, like literally all day. Like I'd be working like so that's where that came from. Like
And
yeah,
like, I suppose you were saying like you're in university now at the moment. Is it
yeah,
hard to mix, like you were saying, it's nearly a full-time job making the beats and making the songs? Is that hard to like a full-time job then with the university?
yeah. That's definitely it. Like just trying to balance everything was kind of hard as well. That's kind of what the song's about too. Like just like trying to balance what I like college work, hanging out with friends, doing all that at the same time is just kind of hard to get right. But um, yeah,
And
I
there's another
suppose.
question sent in here then about like what's kind of your creative process? So like from beginning to release, is it like you're saying it's a long process, but suppose do
Yeah,
you play a bit on the
yeah.
guitar and maybe other instruments and then check out and see if it works?
It kind of varies to be honest. Like sometimes creativity is so weird to me because I don't know, like it just sometimes like it will just come out and then sometimes it won't come out for a week, like, and that's just how it is. Um like I could start making beats for like 3 days straight and like nothing will come out, but I know the fourth one's going to be good, like.
Mm-hmm.
uh so yeah, it usually starts with the guitar. Sometimes, but like sometimes it could be even like a little bit of keyboard or even a sample from some old song or something. Like it all starts from something. Yeah. um I suppose I try to get a good bit of the beat done first before I go. But it kind of interchanges. What I usually do is like I'll make like half the beat, maybe like start like a little bit of a hook or a little bit of a chorus or something with my voice, and then I think like the final stages is like where I start adding, like changing a lot to the beat and start trying to make it like really smooth or whatever, or like yeah.
And at the moment, kind of, I suppose, what kind of health do you think the music industry is in? Is it in a good health, or like is it
Oh, it's
a good thing to
bad.
be in the music industry? Is it bad? Is it?
Yeah, I think so. Anyways, like not everyone obviously, but I mean, there's something wrong if Ed Sheeran's like just on the charts all the time, and there's
Mm.
just like it's just the same. You get like if you listen to the radio in Ireland,
Yeah,
especially, like you just get fed it all.
yeah,
Like the songs sound too much the same these days. But yeah, it's just with people like the music industry, basically, like the people with the money and like the influence can just put whatever they want on the radio. Like
yeah.
that's just
And
how it works.
you're saying there about Ed Sheeran and the charts, like a lot of the charts are full of the same, as you said, the same type of music all the time. The
Yeah,
same
yeah,
artists would have maybe 4 or 5 songs on the chart, like.
yeah,
And
yeah.
like,
But every now and then someone comes along that's a bit different and breaks that mold a bit, and that's
yeah.
nice to see sometimes.
And would you like to stay? I suppose you're independent at the moment? Would you call yourself independent, or
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
would you
Yeah.
rather like stay independent or sign with a label?
Well, I've had people like in contact or whatever and stuff, but at the moment it's not the right move, I don't think. So I think it's way too early to do something like that. I think I need to just like keep progressing the music and make sure it's good.
Not so bad. So like, what would what should fans expect next now from you, or do you have anything
But,
coming
well,
up? Or,
I actually have the next song finished. Like finished it today.
okay,
Uh, I just have like a little bit more to do on it tomorrow as well. But yeah, the next one's pretty dancey and a little bit poppy, but it's not pop, but like, you know what I mean. Yeah, the next one's good. I think it's better than the last one, anyways. That's what you can expect.
And will we be seeing an album, or what do you think?
Yeah, definitely. I'm still kind of working around like the next songs and stuff, but yeah, definitely. Hopefully by the end of summer, early September or something. Yeah, I'll have something out.
And I suppose then we'll finish off the last two questions I'll ask everyone. So first of all, what's been the highest point of your career and the lowest point of your career so far?
All right, let me think. I suppose the highest point is getting like 100,000, but like, yeah, I don't know. The lowest point, I'd say I had just days where like I had a song. Like there's plenty of times I've had so many songs that like I just completely scrapped and then just kind of felt shit about, like just doubting myself. I've had days like where I just completely doubted, and then the next day it happens. Like it's just back and forth usually, to be honest. Some days I'll just, I don't know, just have no inspiration and just think I'm shit or whatever, but then it comes out. So yeah, I suppose just days like that where it's not working out and you just kind of get frustrated. But yeah.
And then finally, I suppose, what motivates you to achieve success?
I don't know if I'm even motivated by the success of it. It's more, I'm just motivated to make better music, to be honest. Like I just want to make better. I want every song I make to just get better, and thankfully, I hope anyways, that's what's been happening. But yeah, to be honest, I love music. If I end up not doing music and working a job, I'll still be making music, you know.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Yeah.
So thanks a million for coming on anyway and giving us your time.
No bother.
So that concludes the second episode of the Process podcast with me, Ronan Flanagan. Thanks very much for watching and listening, and make sure to like, share and subscribe. A special thanks to GAFF for giving us his time, and I'm sure we cannot wait to see what the future holds for him. You can follow him on Instagram @GafferMTG, and until next time, I've been Ronan Flanagan. Thank you and goodbye.